Hi, I'm Lauren O'Meara, and my presentation is on race and class relations at the public library. So I did my observation at the Anytown Public Library's urban branch. They have a total of 3 branches that serve the community. The urban branch is on the border with neighboring Sumtown. Anytown is known as a very wealthy community, while Sumtown is known as a very poor community. Historically, there's been a lot of animosity towards Anytown because they're known as a wealthy community, and not just with neighboring Sumtown, just kind of the area in general. I'm going to show you some differences between Anytown and Sumtown. Anytown is a community of approximately 11,000 people. The median income is $96,000. The median home value is $212,000. The average citizen is about 42 years old, and the community is about 83% white, 11% black, and 32% Hispanic. Sumtown is a very large community, so I'm only looking at the area that directly borders Anytown. And that area is about 15,000 people alone. The median income for that area of Sumtown is significantly lower than all of Anytown at almost $27,000. The median home value is significantly less as well, as is the average age. The racial breakdown is overwhelmingly black, with mostly white, Hispanic, and other races filling in about 10% of the rest of the population. Like I said before, the Anytown library system has 3 branches: a main branch, a north branch, and an urban branch. Between the 3 branches, they have a tool library where you can check out very specific tools for very specific jobs, or just in case you don't want to buy a tool. They're starting a seed library. They have great community programs, an extensive media collection between the 3 of them, including DVDs, videos, and CDs. The Sumtown library system has a total of 23 branches, with many of them closed or with greatly reduced hours. Branches have programs. The main branch has great programs and materials, but they're tough to get to without a car, which a lot of Sumtown doesn't have. So the situation with the Anytown urban branch is that it's 2 blocks away from the border of Sumtown. The closest Sumtown library branch is closed 5 days out of the week and has reduced hours the other 2. So that finds Anytown and Sumtown residents utilizing the Anytown branch. The library staff must accommodate both of these communities, but that can be a little bit tricky sometimes, just because they have to balance taxpayers, who are the Anytown card users, and non-residents, who are the Sumtown non-card users. Currently, programs at the Anytown Library Urban Branch are open to the public, but cardholders are given priority if the programs start to fill up. Sumtown residents cannot check out materials without a card. They're available to get a guest card, but it is $200, which can be a bit inaccessible. $200 was set for the price because they estimate that's probably what the average Anytown resident would pay in taxes. So it gets tricky, because race and class comes into play when these services get limited. Sumtown residents feel like they're being restricted because they may be black, and Anytown residents may be white. Staff members may be white and approaching them. They get booted off of computers so that card holders can use them, but they don't really see that as I'm not a card holder and you are. So the Anytown urban branch staff definitely has a unique situation in front of them. Not only do they need to justify to the community the need for 3 branches, but they also have to convince some Anytown users that the urban branch is safe. Some of them are worried that it's unsafe due to its proximity to Sumtown. Some of them are worried about homeless people, even though the other branches get just about as many homeless people. Some Sumtown users feel that the policies are unfair, and they feel like the Anytown community doesn't want them there. There has been a degree of historic animosity between the 2 communities. So the question is how to bring together the communities and keep them both happy while giving them both great service. Some suggestions on how to improve relations with the staff and the 2 communities. One, it could be to have a guest card sale. $200 is a bit steep for anyone, and if they can have a sale maybe 1 month out of the year, they set the percentage however much they would like, anything to make it a little bit more accessible. Perhaps a questionnaire on services, how they were rendered, what they would want to see more of, any suggestions they would have for the staff, how they felt, things that they may not be comfortable telling a person. Some programming to integrate the communities better. Just have some events where people from both communities can mingle and talk to each other and kind of put a face to each other. And while I was doing research for this paper, I noticed in a lot of the articles it said that the information professional, and librarians in particular, are a bit hesitant to grapple race issues just because it's very sensitive. I think this community in particular should really sit their staff down and talk about what kind of racial issues they're facing at this facility, and try to spread that into the community. Have lecture series. Just invite people to have frank, honest conversations.